Okay, well, hello again. This will be Wednesday AM, uh, the 18th of May, 2022. This is basically this video. This guy was out front from basically 3 a.m. until 5:13 a.m., believe it or not. He broke into 3 buildings during that time. Mine was the first. So once again, I want to keep this video short. So I'll tell you what's going to happen real quickly. He's in an old, a dark GMC, black, or maybe dark blue. Very distinctive. It's a piece of shit, first of all. And the passenger side front is a spare tire. Anyway, he pulls up in front of the building and parks directly in front of our building, directly in front of the building. Sits there for a moment, then he gets out, walks right up to the front door. He has a Wonder Bar, pries himself into the front door, looks at our mail, looks at the mailboxes, goes straight into the garage, walks around, pulling on door handles, ends up finding one SUV that wasn't locked, so he took some stuff out of that. He works his way on around to the gym and the office, which are side by side, and tries to break into the office storage locker with his Wonder Bar, but it is fitted with a deadbolt, so you can't get to it. So he was able to get into the gym. Instead of taking the TV, which surprised me, he took my beloved bottle of hand sanitizer, which is lavender scented, by the way, and went ahead and left there. And longer story short, got one bag of small goodies, or is it a small bag of goodies, out of one car. He goes outside, sets it down, then he walks across the street to the building across the street, pries his way into that building, spends about 25 minutes in their parking garage, comes out with 4 or 5 bags full of stuff, stops at a car parked right in front of that building, opens up the back door, grabs something out of it, walks back over in front of my building, sets everything down, and then proceeds to walk on down the street to the building at the end of the block, where he's off camera for about maybe 12 to 14 minutes. He then reappears at his vehicle. Lo and behold, he seems to have locked himself out. So he ends up what appears to be slim jimming his way back into his car through the passenger door, and then he slowly drives away. Now, a few things about this guy. He's career, he's smooth as glass, he can give less than a fuck about anybody. You know, he's not really hiding or dodging or whatever. He's wearing headphones. When he can't get into the storage locker, office, or the gym, he looks under the doormats for a spare key. Well, that's using the old melon, huh? So anyway, let me go ahead and roll here. And here we go. So I'm going to fast forward through a lot of this. I'm trying to keep it short. So basically, this is the, I believe Kelly Blue Book refers to it as a POS. And you can see that it's missing a, well, it's on a spare in the front there, whatever like that. So anyway, gonna go ahead and fast forward here. He sits in his car for a while, and then he gets out. Like I said, he goes to the front door. So let's see if we can get this going on here. This guy has a cigarette in his mouth the whole time, but he never lights it, which is good because this is a non-smoking building. I appreciate that. So it's 2:58. He's sticking in the console or whatever. This guy had a bottle of water under his arm. I mean, he just looked like a regular guy. If anybody ran into him, they wouldn't have thought anything about it. Sorry this is taking so long. I'm fast forwarding as fast as I can. And he's outside of his vehicle, and here he comes. Oh, look at him. Looks like a young George Carlin. He's wondering if he locked the door or not. Look, this looks criminal as it is, you know? And, you know, fast forward here. Just try to keep it short, but I'm not going to do a very good job at it here. So he's using a Wonder Bar. And you can't do a lot against the Wonder Bar. I mean, especially, you know, with sloppy doors. So this is the guy. He's a real winner, right, ladies? Anyway, makes a good living, you know. He's in the lobby. There's nothing in there. Checks the mailboxes. Anyway, this is our guy. He just looks beat. Got sort of an Al Bundy thing going on there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward, as I said I always do. So he enters the garage here. Now that's an elevator room right there. There's nothing in there but the pump that makes the elevator go up and down. Ours goes both ways, even though this is North Hollywood and not, well, West Hollywood. It's a little joke for the boys back home. So anyway, he's leaning on it. He's prying on it. There's nothing in there. It's not going to do you any good. Go home, eat your Wheaties. Look at he's jerking on it. Okay, now we're cooking on moving along fast forward. So basically, he's pulling on doors. Now what he did, he was off camera in the trash room because he left a very rugged dump in the corner, which I had to go in there and shovel up. I will say that he seems to be well fed. There he goes, working his way down through the rest of the garage. So basically, he's walking his way all the way around the garage, pulling on door handles and everything. And he will end up making his way, and I'm fast forwarding here once again, trying to save everybody the agony of my dialogue here. So he's working his way, I don't know where he's at, but he works his way over to the gym. I'd like to add music to this. Oh, there he is. He's way at the back. So there he is. There he comes. Now, what's interesting, I had headphones like that back in the 80s. So, and he's got the Wonder Bar stuck in his back pocket. Now he walks back over to the door that goes into the lobby, but you know, you got to have a key or a Wonder Bar. Well, he didn't use the Wonder Bar, but he managed to mess up the lock or the handle. So it's a real soggy handle right now. And there he comes with his Wonder Bar. Now, there's the office / storage / casino, for those of you who are aware of what happens on Thursday nights, and that's between midnight and 2 a.m. So he's leaning on it. He's trying his best. Maybe he should give up the cigarettes. Now, you can't get a Wonder Bar or any sort of a pry bar into that door to open that up. That's where I keep the real goods. But the door handle that's on the gym, it's actually a handle. And then if you can get a piece of wood in there, yeah, looking for the key, I like that. Oh, he thinks he heard something. So here he's going away, prying away on the gym. And then, well, I don't have the gym up on here. So I thought I had the gym ready to go. So we don't. So I'll go ahead and just fast forward through this. Basically, he walked inside, he looked around, he didn't do anything. He found the, took one of the hand sanitizers, and off he went. And so basically, he walks out of here and he ends up going to a vehicle. He tries, I'll try this again. Put a little of this on my hands, you know. It's not going to work there, sport. Now, for anyone who were to come home or walk into the garage right now and see this sort of activity, two things. That's not me. Well, it should just be one thing. That's not me, because I'm the only person that goes there, has access to that. So here he tries to go back into the lobby, but he can't. So he goes pulling on car doors. I've said this before. Lo and behold, this one's open. He's probably sitting in there, you know, he's so impressed with the feel of a really nice automobile as opposed to that Kelly POS that he drove up in. So I'm going to fast forward here again because we're running a little long. And I should be on my third scotch by now. Anyhow, so this is 3:17 in the morning. Basically, he came in at 3 o'clock. So he's been in there 20 minutes now. 3:57. So he shuts the door. 3:18 on the clock. He was inside this vehicle like 11 minutes. He's probably just saying, "Wow, dude, look at this. F him." You know. 3:21. I should basically just cut this short now because, like I said, he gets out of it. He's got a bag full of goods. He walks over, sets them in the corner, off camera for a minute or two or three. Maybe he's looking at what's in some of it. Then he goes back to that same vehicle for something else that he left behind that caught his eye. And then basically leaves the building, sets everything down at his vehicle, and then, walks across the street and gets another armload of shit. So that's probably what I'll end up showing you there. So here he comes, pops the trunk. See, he's got a bag full of stuff. Yeah, I'll just leave it fast forwarding here. So it's 3:20, 3:25, 3:26, 7. So he's 3 minutes over in the corner. This might have been when he was marking his property, or so to speak. But anyway, he goes back to the vehicle and gets a little something else. A little something else there. Maybe it was some toilet paper, tissue, something, you know. So he's still over in the corner. Now, he's still trying to open this elevator door. He's still pulling on it. It's just not going to happen, sport. I don't know why he's wasting his time. Maybe try kicking it, you know. So there he goes walking away. Still pulling on doors all the way to the back. And then he comes back out. Oh no, so I'm sorry. He decides to go back and try this door again, which is it's just a total, to be politically correct, he's a retard. I think they're called tards, a little bit more appropriate, but I don't know what the hell he was thinking. There's no getting through that door. Now, got him a bag full of stuff. Yeah. So I'm going to fast forward here. So now you watch. He opens up the passenger door. Well, I guess it didn't open. There's his bag of shit. Look, all of his doors are locked. This clown locked himself out of his own car, providing it is his car. So now he can't get in. So he sets his stuff down. He's trying to pry open his own back door. This is something I just noticed. So he walks across the street. Yeah, basically you can see it over there. And up the stairs. So he ends up, let me see if I can get this to go any fast forward. So this is 3:44 or 3:45, and he didn't move that vehicle till 5:13. So like I said, right now he's actually I can see him inside. It almost appears that he's climbing over the gate here, just above this white car here. But I'll go ahead and end this. I'll go ahead and end this here. So basically, he came walking back out. He had a bunch of bags. He went to his left. There's a van. I think that's a van right there. Yeah. And he opened that. And then he came hustling across the street and sat a bunch of the bags behind the car here. And then he ended up slim jimming the passenger door open. And then he just drove away. So that's basically this guy's story. I don't know what to call him. George Carlin. He looked like George Carlin. George Carlin's younger brother. So anyway, once again, we can only do so much other than sit down in the garage overnight or sit in front of the building or to have somebody do it. It's some sort of security or whatever. And as far as locking the doors, that helps. But if a guy's got a pry bar of any kind, then again, you can only do so much. And so that's this guy. And so you can just imagine him coming back, and then he'll end up driving away because, like I said, it's just 3:55. We got at least another hour. This guy went to another building at the end of the block. But honestly, I can still see him just inside the gate, right up in here. He's right there doing something, so I don't know what he got. Anyway, that's it, guys. This is May, so this is my fourth occurrence for May. One was a non-account, and the other, well, these three, these guys are actually good at what they do. They do it for a living, for now anyway, until something happens to them. And that's it. All right. Stay safe.